Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. Welcome to day 2 of classroom setup. If you're brand spanking new here, my name's Shelly. I'm a 2nd grade teacher in Northern California, and this is the long-awaited classroom setup series that I do every single summer. Now, if you missed day 1 setup, make sure to click it up here and go watch it, because yesterday was like the heavy lifting, the furniture, the layout day, and the rest of our setup is going to be the fine-tuning is what I call it. The walls, the decorating, the systems, the routines, all of that fun stuff. So I have a lot of work to get done today. I will quickly span you around to show you where we are at and show you my to-do list for today. And then we're just gonna jump right in. I have a much earlier start this morning. It's 8:30 because I can't be here much past like 1 o'clock today, which is totally fine. Lots of time to get things done. What else? I guess just the usual. If you're not already, make sure to subscribe. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up. We would love to have you here. We keep it real. We're teachers, we're parents, we're students, we're moms. We love each other. So I am gonna show you where we're at. Let's get started. All right, still a little bit of a hot mess, but that's fine. Okay, today I kind of want to dial in this area. It's a little bit hot mess express. This is a bulletin board that I ripped down in the last video, so today we're going to put up the pink paper and the mirror. This will probably be for another day because I don't really know what I want to do up there. I mentioned that I don't want to have this. This is a whole project. I am going to cut out my new headings today with my Cricut and show you that process. I'll hang my birthday chart. This is yesterday's to-do list. We're gonna tweak that here in a minute. I need to do my headings, my new alphabet, and then we'll see from there what else we can get done today. Okay, sorry, I had a little moment. I couldn't stay in this corner. So I moved this guy over here because my custodian's gonna bring me in like a little rectangle table that I'm gonna place here. My initial thought was to put the printer on top of it, which I still might do. I just don't want it to block too much of this board. So for now, it's gonna be here. I understand this is not ideal. So if it stays there, we'll tackle that another time. Anyway, and then in here, I will probably do my indoor recess games, which I mentioned in my last video. But I just had this thing and it's bent and it's broken and it's just gross. So I'm getting rid of that and we're gonna rock with this for a little bit and see what happens. Hopefully I can put my printer on top. I think I'll also do like pencil sharpener over here as well. So there we go. Okay, I also have this whole box. I showed you guys this in my classroom setup prep video. I also stuck in here a bunch of things that I've made that I wanna show you. Okay, so my new alphabet I showed you in the last video, but I made this on TPT. It'll be linked down below. Okay, I also made a new sign, and it says, "You can do hard things." This is our mantra in our classroom. My initial thought was I was gonna put it here in place of that grammar bulletin board that I took down, but I think my whiteboard's gonna cover that. I showed you again in my last video. So I'm not gonna put it there. My other thought was maybe I'll just put it here. Like, you can do hard things, because like they look at that a lot, so maybe it would be a good reminder, because my only other option was this back corner. It used to say work hard, play nice, be kind, or something like that, and I took it down. You can still see all the residue, but this corner is like no one ever pays attention to it, so that's not ideal. And I can't put it up there because that's where my alphabet goes. So I think I might do this. What do you guys think? And then I also made these new labels, which are going to be for the fronts of these bins. So today I'm going to adhere those. Those are some old ones that I need to replace. And then I have those 4 over there. So that is also something I need to do today. Okay, I'm gonna stop talking. I'm gonna do this pink bulletin board with the mirror, and then I'm gonna cut out my headings, and I'm gonna do my birthday chart. I'm gonna labeling. Okay, let's go. beast. I'm gonna make some kind of title. Don't know what it's gonna say yet, but that project is done. Quick bulletin board hack when you're hanging things, especially like letters, use push pins. I don't know if you can see them, just to get your spacing and everything down, because it saves you a ton of time removing staples, and it's just way easier. As you can see, my spacing is messed up, so I'm gonna fix that and then get that all stapled. Okay, the alphabet is done. I'm obsessed. Again, I made this. It's on TPT. If you want it, I will link it down below. I made like 4 different versions, but they're all black and bright themed pretty much. So cute. It was the refresh that we all needed. And then right below those are like my sound posters. I got those from TPT. I did not make those. I will link those down below as well. Okay, so the mess is already starting to overwhelm me, which you know what that means. It's gonna be time for a pile in the middle of the floor here shortly. If you're new, don't worry, I'll fill you in. So I think the next thing I wanna do is label all of these guys up front. That way I can start sorting through some of my like read alouds and things like that. Cause that's where I put things like that. Housekeeping items, tools, read alouds I don't want my kids to touch because they're my mentor texts, things like that. So I'm gonna decide what each bin is going to be for. I already created the labels. I just need to place them in the correct spot. And then we will hot glue on those labels. Okay, really quick though. Cordless glue gun. Life-changing. If you guys have Ryobi tools already, you have to like have the battery to charge it, but it's cordless and it literally cut my alphabet hanging time like in half. So highly recommend. Let's see. I'm gonna start doing this. See you later. Okay, so all of these are labeled. I just made these labels on PowerPoint. I have a whole video on like how to make your own labels. So I will link that down below. But I have all those labeled, and then I have these labeled over here. I figured I would do most of my mentor texts over here because this is where I like plan. So I felt like this was an easier grab. So that's all done. Let's just like take in the mess. It always looks worse before it looks better. I promise it will come together. Okay, so these are some of the books I need to sort in these guys, but I was thinking and realizing that I took down my jobs, so I need to make a job board, and I think I'm gonna put it here because hopefully the whiteboard I ordered can actually slide back on this wall. So this I'll still be able to see, and I can reference it so much easier, so when I need to know who does what, it's right here. So I think we're gonna go with that, not right now because I have to make jobs. I'm gonna change my jobs just a teeny tiny bit. But that's where that's going to be. So now I am going to set up my birthday chart. I do have my class list and I made the cards, but I'm not gonna post those just because like privacy or whatever. But I'll show you what I do over here. Okay, so this is all I do. January, February, March, April, May, June, July, all the way down. And then I have like a card that says like 3 for the 3rd and then their name. It actually works really well because when we start graphing and stuff, they've been looking at this all year. So it helps, and it's just super easy and concise and out of the way. I think this is in my TPT store, don't quote me, but I'll link it down below if it is. so I made helpers, math. I put out my little team points things and ELA. Okay, I'm getting exhausted and this mess is stressing me out. Okay, it is 11:15 and I know that cleaning this up is gonna take me like an hour. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make my big pile in the middle of the floor. So if you don't know what that means, that's how I clean. Everything that is not in its place goes into the middle of my carpet. That way I can see everything, everything is clear, and then I just tackle everything one item at a time. It is my favorite way to clean. It's how I clean my house. It's the thing that works the best for my brain. And while I do that, I'm going to kind of sort books and do other things like that. I think after that, I will be good for today. And then tomorrow I can do things like organize my library, other things, supplies, these cabinets, things like that. So I think that's gonna be my last chore for today. So let's start the pile. So I unintentionally lied to you in the fact that I said I was going to clean up the pile today. That is not the case. Because when I show you this pile, you guys are gonna think I'm crazy, but bear with me. This is, in my opinion, the best way to put everything back together. Okay, let me flip you around. All right, now I know some of you are gonna say like, oh my God, that is chaos. But for me, when all of this is just spread out, it is so much more chaotic. This to me is manageable. This to me, my brain goes, okay, one step at a time. I can look at something and decide exactly where it belongs. So when I tell you guys, I walked around and took every little thing out of a place that it should not be, you're gonna see in just a minute. I found things from like the beginning of last year that my long-term sub made that I have never even seen before. So let me walk you around the room and show you like how cleared out it is and why this makes so much sense. Also, this is gonna be dealt with tomorrow in setup, as well as cleaning all the surfaces. I'm also like, ugh, they didn't clean like they did not clean well at all in my room. So whatever, let me walk you around the space. Okay, so I cleared out everything. I took everything off of this because this is where I had like running records and stuff and it looked super cluttered. I honestly should probably even take those out because those need to be looked through. That's the thing, anything that I didn't know, I threw in the pile. Okay, seriously, like look at the difference. There were things back here that were like shoved behind that I didn't even know existed. So much better now when I build it, I have a clean slate. I cleared off this entire space. I legit emptied this whole thing out, so I have a clean slate. There is nothing on the tables. Let's come over here. This is all cleaned off. I even could honestly empty these, which I'll probably do tomorrow. I did leave the pencil sharpener because I didn't want to move the shavings, but that's not where it's gonna be. But I cleared off everything, my friends. So look at this. Let's just do like a fun little, I mean, there were like cups of pencils, paint, and I know where these things go, but it takes so much more time to put every little thing away. It's just so much more overwhelming to me. So this, I can just start on tomorrow. This is just a big thing of trash. So these were all things that we copied for the beginning of the year. So I didn't want to put those in the pile because these need to stay like nice and neat. And then these are going to be for when I make my job board. So that is the only thing that's like out of place. But like, look at the actual classroom. Ignore the pile. It's so much cleaner. and it just makes my heart happy. We'll ignore that. Okay, so on that note, I again have a pile of stuff outside that I need to take to the trash can. So I'm gonna do that and then I'm going to get out of here. So I'm gonna end this day 2 vlog here. If you guys have not already, please go down and hit the subscribe button, hit the little thumbs up button. It helps my channel more than you know. I love you guys so much. I will see you tomorrow to tackle the beast. Bye.